Happy Halloween, everybody. The New York Giants just found a reason to be optimistic. We're going to talk about that here in a second, but before we get going, just a quick intro. My name is Paul. This is Big Apple Sports. If this is your first time tuning in, I'm just here every day dropping the latest Giants news, insights, and analysis. So if you're a fan of Giants football, do me a solid, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I got a lot more Giants content coming. And as I've said many times on the show, I try to be optimistic. Like, it's been an ugly season with the injuries, the losses, but I believe this team is heading in the right direction. We got our QB of the future. There's a lot of great pieces, and I don't want to spend all football season hating every week because I'm bitter and upset. Like, I want to be optimistic and enjoy it and have fun. We only get it 18 weeks a year. So if that's what you like, then please subscribe because I got a lot more coming. And then also, drop me your predictions on the 49ers game this weekend. Who's going to win? What are your key matchups? I just always like talking football with you guys, so let me know. So I saw a couple stats today that made me really believe in what the Giants are doing, and I just wanted to share those with you. So first things first that I saw is, as of right now, I'll pull it up here in a second, the Giants have had the toughest schedule in the NFL in terms of like football power index rankings. And you just look at their schedule and you see it. Like the Commanders, their record's not that great right now, but that they've been really injured this year, and the Giants got them with Jaden Daniels, with Terry McLaurin. Cowboys, their defense isn't great, but their offense is. And then you got the Chiefs, the Chargers. The Saints were the one easy game, and that was an unfortunate one. But then Eagles twice and at the Broncos. Like, that's a gauntlet of a schedule. I mean, and you're talking a play against the 49ers a play against the Broncos and the Cowboys away from being 4-4. And we all know the Giants should have won that New Orleans game if they just protected the ball better. Like, this team easily could be at least 4-4, maybe even 5-3 right now, despite having an absolute gauntlet of a schedule. And unfortunately, things really aren't getting any easier. In terms of remaining strength of schedule, the Giants still have the fourth toughest schedule in terms of win percentage in the league. Looking forward, they got, what are the 49ers, 5-3, I think. The Bears, Packers, Lions, the Patriots are 6-2 and playing well. And then it does get a little bit easier after the bye week. But I actually think the Giants are going to surprise some people. And, you're not going to just double their record from 2-6 to 4-12, and then maybe they lose and finish 4-13. I think this team is going to do better in the next 9 games than they did in the first 8. And here, let me pull up part of why I think that. So, like I said, number one strength of schedule right now. But in terms of football power index, they're all the way down at 13th in remaining strength of schedule, despite the win-loss record. And I think some of that is they're factoring in who the Giants have played. They actually rank the Giants as the number 16 team in terms of analytics, even above teams like the Patriots and the 49ers who are on their schedule. And a big part of that is you look at the Patriots, a 6-2 record makes it seem like they're a pretty good team, but when you actually look at it, they played the Raiders, the Dolphins, the Panthers, the Saints, the Titans. They have played some garbage teams. The 49ers similarly have had a super easy schedule. And so I think when you really break down some of these teams, I don't know that the Patriots are as good as their record shows. The 49ers might be as good if they were healthy, but this is a very injured team. I really like the Giants to win. The run through the NFC North here with Bears, Packers, Lions, that's going to be tough. The North is a tough division. But I feel you just never really know what you're going to get with the Bears any week. I could see that game going either way. And then the Giants have been playing so well, especially at home. I think it's entirely possible they could knock off the Packers. And then, as I've said a few times, if they somehow went 3-2 in this stretch and were 5-8, they are good enough to run the table post-bye week. And even if they don't, like, it's not like I think this team is going to really do something this year with their injuries and the rookie QB, but they're building something promising, and I'd love to see Dart start winning some games and building that confidence and learning how to win, because he is doing things that we have never seen in this league before. Let me pull it up here a second. So I saw this tweet, which I thought was pretty wild. Jaxson Dart is the only QB in the Super Bowl era, so that's going all the way back to the 1960s, who has thrown 8 touchdowns, run for 4 touchdowns, and then has fewer than 5 giveaways in their first career start. So, like, he is getting in the end zone and giving up the ball at a rate that we have not seen in the Super Bowl era. So that is definitely something for the Giants to hang their hat on right now. Like, they have a QB who, he's down his top receiver, he's now down his top running back. The refs have not done him any favors. There's been other injuries with, like, Darius Slayton and Tyrone Tracy. And yet, despite that, he continues to not just, like, play well, but he is making history with the way he's playing. And you just see it every week. Like, his numbers aren't popping off the page, but, like, when you just watch him play, like, there's so much more that should be added to his stats. Like, last week, he just put that beautiful dime ball right over the shoulder of Theo Johnson, and he couldn't bring it in. He threw a 68-yard touchdown pass to Darius Slayton, and unfortunately, the refs saw Darius Slayton breathe on that Eagles corner, and they called it back. Like, he's doing things every week that aren't really showing up in the box score, and yet, despite that, he's still box score-wise doing things that we've never seen before. So, I just wanted to put that out there this week that, like, yes, the season, it's not going to be fun in terms of win and losses. I think I'm going to say 7-10 is my prediction for the rest of the year. I think they potentially are good enough to go 9-8. I think they're potentially bad enough, especially if they keep struggling with injury and defending the run, to maybe go 5-12, I think is worst case scenario. But I'm going to say 7-10. You guys let me know what your predictions are. And regardless of record, things are heading in the right direction. Like, a big part of their struggles this year is just this ridiculous. I don't know how a last place team has the toughest schedule in the NFL. It doesn't make any sense to me. But you can only play the schedule in front of you. And the Giants are playing tough against playoff and Super Bowl contenders. So that's really all you can ask for out of a team with a rookie QB who's down their star wide receiver and struggling a little bit on defense. So I'm still super hyped for the future. You guys let me know what you think, and then don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Have a great Halloween. My oldest son, he's dressing up as Cam Scadaboo. He's pretty hyped. Been having to tell him all week to pipe down because he just keeps screaming like a maniac because he thinks that's what he's got to do as Cam Scadaboo. So it should be a fun night. But everyone, stay safe. I'll see you next time.